Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about the subject of why do we love distracting ourselves from the real world? Well, to put it simply, because the world is tough. There's a lot of things in this world that are beautiful, but at the same time, if you really look at the essence of it, the world is a harsh place. It's really is when they say survival of the fittest. It really is survival of the fittest. We have made so many things in our life very comfortable and very nice, and we live in a time where even though there's climate change, it's still pretty docile in some way. There's still summers, winters, rain. We kind of know where things are happening. It's stable, you know, even with all these illnesses going around and all that, it's still pretty stable. And the thing is that sometimes the world is so tough and so harsh that if we can distract ourselves with movies, with books, with anything that can entertain us, sometimes we can kind of forget our own mortality. And if we forget mortality, or we maybe try to completely suppress it from our brain, then we can live life as if we lived forever, and we can live in the moment. And then there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, it's correct, because if you're someone who's going to always think the worst of everything, well, I don't know how much of a life you're going to have, because you're just going to be sad and preoccupied all the time. And even in the news, if they showed every single war, every single person who died, or every single thing that's happening on this earth that's tragic, we'd go nuts. So sometimes we have to close our eyes. It's kind of like the Superman comic books or the Superman movies, where he can hear every single person asking for help because he has super hearing. And if he's not able to shut that down, he just goes crazy because you want to help everyone and you just can't. And then on top of that, if you do want to help people also in the real world, again, there's people who don't always have the best interests for you. So you help them and then they screw you over. They can do bad things to you. So that's why we have also this thing where we're kind of protecting ourselves, because deep down, we know that the world is not Disney. But in our brain, because we sometimes don't have, maybe we're not able to accept that, we want to look at the world through Disney eyes. Life is life, and death, we'll just not talk about it. And I think it's important to just be aware of these things. And if you do that, you'll definitely live a much more humble life, a much more moderate life, a much happier life in the end, because there's going to be balance. So yeah, just don't forget, the world is harsh, and in some ways, at least in the brain of us, we find ways of coping with it. And that's why people, when they go to war, sometimes they can't shut off that brain anymore, and that fight or fleet mechanism just stays on, and we go nuts. So in some way, we need to protect ourselves, and that's how we're doing it. So that's it. That's all I have to say on the subject. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.